In this video, you will hear Neville Goddard speaking about very interesting method to manifest whatever you desire. To manifest your goal, you would have employed several exercises and strategies. I am aware that people experiment with various approaches and that some even use various tools to achieve their goals. However, very few people actually succeed in manifesting their desired outcome. You must understand that not every technique and every desire are suited to one another. Some techniques won't enable you to achieve your goals. For this reason, I'm going to show you an exercise in today's video that will enable you to materialize whatever it is that you desire. No matter what your desire is or who you are, Neville Goddard's super wonderful approach actually does work. Neville Goddard's method is based on assumptions, reality, and consciousness, and he claims that consciousness and imagination are more significant than reality because reality is created by imagination. Therefore, we might assert that while imagination is reality, reality itself is not. You become mindful of reality when you are conscious. Neville Goddard asserts that by exercising your creative imagination, you may shape reality as you like. You can achieve anything you can conceive. You can have anything you can dream up. You simply need to spark its imagination. Here's Neville Goddard's quote explaining the relationship between reality and creative imagination. Most men are unaware of the creative power of imagination and invariably bow before the dictates of facts and accept life based on the world without. But when you discover this creative power within yourself, you will boldly assert the supremacy of imagination and put all things in subjection to it. So he says that your creative imagination is your main power. You can use the power of your creative imagination to make things happen. Now let's hear Neville describing his technique in his own words. But before moving on, please remember to subscribe to our channel and click the bell notification icon so you would never miss any of our future videos. Enjoy.
Here is a very healthy and productive exercise for the imagination. Something that you should do daily. Daily relive the day as you wish you had lived it, revising the scenes to make them conform to your ideals. For instance, suppose the day's mail brought disappointing news. Revise the letter. Mentally rewrite it and make it conform to the news you wish you had received. Or suppose you didn't get the letter you wish you had received. Write yourself the letter and imagine that you received such a letter. Let me tell you a story that took place in New York not very long ago. In my audience sat this lady who had heard me numberless times. I was telling the story of revision. That man, not knowing the power of imagination, he goes to sleep at the end of his day, tired and exhausted, accepting as final all the events of the day. And I was trying to show that man should, at that moment, before he sleeps, he should rewrite the entire day and make it conform to the day he wished he had experienced. Here is the way a lady wisely used this law of revision. It appears that 2 years ago, she was ordered out of her daughter-in-law's home. For 2 years, there was no correspondence. She had sent her grandson at least 24 presents in that interval, but not one was ever acknowledged. Having heard the story of revision, this is what she did. As she retired at night, she mentally constructed 2 letters. One she imagined coming from her grandson, and the other from her daughter-in-law. In these letters they expressed deep affection for, and wondered why she had not called to see them. This she did for 7 consecutive nights, holding in her imaginary hand the letter she imagined she had received, and reading these letters over and over until it aroused within her the satisfaction of having heard. Then she slept. On the 8th day, she received a letter from her daughter-in-law. On the inside there were 2 letters, one from her grandson and one from the daughter-in-law. They practically duplicated the imaginary letters that this grandmother had written to herself 8 days before. This art of revision can be used in any department of your life. Take the matter of health. Suppose you were ill. Bring before your mind's eye the image of a friend. Put upon that face an expression which implies that he or she sees in you that which you want the whole world to see. Just imagine he is saying to you that he has never seen you look better, and you reply, I have never felt better. Suppose your foot was injured. Then do this. Construct mentally a drama which implies that you are walking, that you're doing all the things that you would do if the foot was normal, and do it over and over and over until it takes on the tones of reality. Whenever You do in your imagination that which you would like to do in the outer world, that you will do in the outer world. The one requisite is to arouse your attention in a way and to such intensity that you become wholly absorbed in the revised action. You will experience an expansion and refinement of the senses by this imaginative exercise, and eventually achieve vision in the inner world. The abundant life promised us is ours to enjoy now, but not until we have the sense of the Creator as our imagination can we experience it. Persistent imagination, centered in the feeling of the wish fulfilled, is the secret of all successful operations. This alone is the means of fulfilling the intention. Every stage of man's progress is made by the conscious, voluntary exercise of the imagination. Then you will understand why all poets have stressed the importance of controlled, vivid imagination. Listen to this one by the great William Blake. In your own bosom you bear your heaven and earth, and all you behold, though it appears without, it is within, in your imagination, of which this world of mortality is but a shadow. Try it, and you too will prove that your imagination is the Creator.
As you heard, it's all about imagination. It is clear and easy to understand. You will have a different experience if you choose differently. You have the ability to manifest anything with your imagination. Simply use this ability to bring your desires into being. You don't have to ask the cosmos for assistance in making your wish come true. There is no need to consult anyone. Your world will be created by you alone. No one has to give you permission to do anything. You possess the capacity for both mental and imaginative force. Any manifestation is entirely up to you. Any state may be entered by you. You have the power to manifest anything. Having your wish come true is not a reward, and it is not contingent on your deserving it or not. If you can use your imagination in a better way, you will manifest greater things in your life. And of course, if you imagine bad things, no matter whether intentionally or unintentionally, you will manifest them. So next time when you think of your imagination, remember that it's not only real, but it is more real than 3D reality, and it's the major element affecting your experiences, actions, and decisions over your whole. Your imagination becomes your reality even if you don't like it. This phenomenon is common and you can observe it every day. If someone is experiencing the things that he doesn't want to experience, then it simply means he unintentionally paid attention to these things and imagined these things unconsciously, and now they have become his 3D reality. I hope you enjoyed this video. See you in the next one.